Hey everyone, happy evening and welcome to the meet and greet with Team Fearlessly Made. We are honored to have you here tonight, and we know your time is valuable. So just taking time out of your schedule to just listen in and see what this whole opportunity is about. We appreciate you and thank you for being here. We're going to kind of kick things off with a little bit of quick introductions on each of us. Just share a little bit about who we are as Fearlessly Made. You're going to come to realize that majority of us are mothers. We are working full-time, part-time, home full-time. We're busy, case in point. So the thing is that the coaching opportunity for each of us does something different, but it's something that we're all truly passionate about. It's something to call our own in the day, and we are here with you because we're just so passionate about it, and we just want to share it with you in hopes that maybe it is something that you can make your own or see it fitting into your lifestyle some way. So quick little intro on me, and I'll go into it more later here in the chat. But I'm Heather Ann Pettit. I'm the co-founder of Team Fearlessly Made, and I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 little girls, 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and 6-week-old. And coaching began for me back when I had my first daughter in 2014. I got into coaching basically for the love of fitness and healthy living and the workouts. The workouts are what I fell in love with. And it was when I was on maternity leave with my first daughter that I wanted more out of my life, more fulfillment, something I was passionate about, and I wanted to be home with my babies. So that's what coaching does for me and so much more nowadays, but I'll get into that later. So Jatem, you want to quickly share a little something about yourself, and then we'll pass it along?
Yeah, just about myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Jatem, and I've been coaching for 2 years. And I got started. I had just had my son. Well, he was like about a year old, and I connected with my coach Melissa, who here in a second. We're both in a dairy-free breastfeeding group, and we just had a lot in common right away. Both of us already liked fitness and everything, and she just kind of shared this coaching opportunity with me. I had some, like a lot of toning up to do and just a little bit of baby weight I wanted to lose. So I figured, okay, I'll go ahead and try coaching because I want to get in shape anyways. So I might as well take some other people on that journey with me. And I didn't really know what it was, but I knew that I wanted to get in shape, and that couldn't hurt anything. So I might as well just try it out. So I got into it. It's really changed a lot in my life. I have just consistency and working out that I never had before. I've always loved working out at home because I love short workouts and I don't want to spend hours at the gym. And that's given me that. But like I used to do a couple of them a week or something, and then I would never stick to anything. So this is like the first time I've ever stuck to anything. It's been amazing. I love sharing it with other people. It just gives me coaching has really given me this sense of purpose. I'm just somebody who's always had a lot of different hobbies, trying to find something where I just, would fit with me. And coaching has been like the only thing that I've really just stuck to. I've just dabbled in so many things, and I just love it. It's the personal development, everything. I just feel like I'm a better person for it and just love it. So that's just a little bit about me.
Amber, a little quick something about you, and then pass along to Melissa.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Amber, and I've been a coach since March, and I'll share a little bit more about my entire story a little bit later. But I have a background of health and fitness, kind of lost myself with postpartum depression, and really found my purpose and my fulfillment through coaching and helping other people on this journey, helping myself beat postpartum depression, and really taking everybody else along with me too.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Melissa, and I currently am a stay-at-home mom of 2. My kids are 5.5 and 3.5, and I've been home full-time for about 3.5 years now. Kind of similar story to Heather Ann. I was working full-time, had my son, and just was not happy as a working mom. I discovered Beachbody when I was pregnant with my son. I was always a gym rat, and I needed something else because I had no way, or no time rather, to get to the gym after working all day. So got introduced to the programs, really just fell in love with them, fell in love with the products, fell in love with my results, and wanted to share that with other women. And I was kind of doing that part-time just for fun. I didn't really have a need for the business opportunity at the time. I wasn't interested in it. And then just kind of fell into it with people asking me what I was doing, and I was referring them to other people. And health and fitness has always been something I'm very passionate about. And when I saw that there was an opportunity to turn this into something that I could not only have fun with, but also be able to replace my income and be home when I had my second baby, that's when I started treating it more like the business that it is. And I basically been coaching for 5 years, but really taking it seriously for the last three and a half since I've been home. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Okay, so we're kind of just going to go through some common topics when it comes to coaching, just so you're educated, just as we once were when we first started. And you're going to come to find out that there's many different facets, many different ways to coach. There is no right or wrong way. So we're going to kick things off. I'm going to throw it back to Jatem, and she's just going to share a little bit about what a coach does and what exactly we are as Team Fearlessly Made.
Thanks, Heather Ann. So just want to explain a little bit about Beachbody to start with. I know when I got started, I really didn't know what Beachbody was. I just knew a little bit that Melissa had shared with me. So to share with you guys what Beachbody is, we're a health and fitness company. We have some popular programs that you guys may have heard of, P90X and Insanity, 21 Day Fix. Also have like meal plans and Shakeology. They're all awesome, great programs that you guys may or may not have heard of. But Beachbody started with when two guys kind of just realized that, man, it'd be really nice to have a convenient way to work out, get the same results that you would get working out with a personal trainer. And so they decided to develop these at-home workouts that were actually designed by trainers, but you could do at home and wouldn't have to pay the same amount of money as going to the gym and getting a personal trainer. But that when so they started with infomercials, and they would notice that like people would buy the package, get the workout program, and then maybe only like 3 out of 10 people would actually open the program and start the workout. And then maybe like 1 out of 10 people would actually finish the program, and they would get amazing results and share them on these forums. And so the CEO, he started, and all these people, they're like, well, how come these people are getting great results, and and we have all these other people who bought the program and aren't. So after doing some studies and figuring it out, that the people who got results always had some kind of a partner, or they were interactive on the Beachbody forums and having some kind of support, some kind of accountability that kept them going. That like when they would get partway into the program and want to quit, there was that person there keeping them going and keeping them motivated and pushing them to go even when they didn't want to do it. And that's where they got the idea that we need coaches. We need somebody who's going to be there for these people and really help them get through these programs, because it's not always easy, and not every day do you want to work out. But when you have somebody there relying on you, somebody there that's going to push you, somebody there that's going to check in with you, you're a lot more likely to do it. And that's what we do as coaches. We're there to provide the support. We're there to give them encouragement. We're there to give suggestions, and plug people into a community where other people are trying to go for their goals and really trying to reach for such similar outcomes. We're all looking to get healthier, get results, and then keep that lifestyle going. We want to have that lifestyle and ignite a passion in people for that health and fitness. The coaching is so different than any other kind of business style, is because a lot of other marketers, they start with, let's come up with some kind of thing to sell because that people would want to buy. But Beachbody started with the programs. We were like, people need fitness, and created programs for them. And then came coaching because it was a need. And out there trying to fulfill a need for people and really support and help them. So it makes us so much different. We stick with them throughout their whole process. We don't just give them a program and say, here you go for it. No, we stay in it with them. We do the program with them. We are proof that the product works first. We don't just, say, here you go, and check it back in when you need some more, supplements or something like that. We're there with them and sharing every step of the journey, sharing our own struggles. And the awesome thing is we get to take care of ourselves first. No other business lets you be number one. Like, it's so important that you as a coach take care of yourself first, because that is the way that you're going to be able to lead and guide other people to really take care of themselves. And it just makes it so much different than anything else I know that I've ever experienced. It's not, I'm a teacher, and it's never, make sure you're on top of your game. It's make sure, how can you better serve the students? With coaching, it's how can you serve yourself, not serve yourself, that doesn't sound great, but how can you take care of yourself and make sure that you're the best you, so that you can help and shine a light on others and really teach them and show them and lead them and guide them in that same way. So it's just an amazing opportunity to be able to be that person for somebody else and be that person for yourself. And as a coach, so like I shared a little bit ago, I got into it, I didn't know what it was, but once I started to figure it out, it's just a lot about inviting people to the opportunity and really sharing it with them. And we're just looking for people who are passionate, driven. They want to take care of themselves. They, you don't have to start out with a love for fitness, because not everybody loves fitness, but you have to want to be better and want to better yourself and to help other people along the way. And that's really what we're looking for. Somebody who's driven, motivated, wants to find that purpose. I know for me, Beachbody has given me so much purpose in my life that I never feel like I don't have something to do. Like, I always know that I can dive right into my fitness group. I can check in with my other coaches, check in with my challengers. I have just so much purpose, and I love hearing from other people that, thanks for posting that, or like, you really inspire me. It gives a lot, and just creates a passion inside of you, and it's amazing. So that's just a little bit about the coaching opportunity. So I think I'm going to hand it back to Heather Ann.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to quickly share a little bit more about me, and then I'm going to dive into some misconceptions that are usually spoken about when it comes to the opportunity. So basically, nowadays, coaching is my saving grace. Being a stay-at-home mom to 3 little ones, especially in the summertime when everyone needs you and no one's really on a set schedule, and you especially have a newborn at home, it really is my time. And it truly is that something that I look forward to. I can just lose myself in and just be me. I get to be Heather Ann and not mom, and it's something where truly is that, it's exciting when I get up in the morning, and it's exciting when I go to bed at night. It's something that gets me out of bed. It's the reason I get up at 5 a.m. and sometimes go to bed later at night, just because I'm so driven by it. It's created such fulfillment in my life. Whereas when I first started coaching back in 2014, it was an opportunity that I saw the potential in. And knowing that I had belief in myself, my husband had belief in me, and that health and fitness were always a passion of mine. When I went to college and I had a graphic design degree and I was working in that field for 10 years, I was left unfulfilled and thinking, this isn't what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, nor if I leave this company, I don't really have the desire to go anywhere else. All I wanted to do now was be present with my family and not miss out on all those special moments because I waited so long to be a mom. So it was during that time that I took that passion for these programs and I started to just dive in. And I gave myself 1 full year to just go all in, learning and failing and learning and failing and figuring it all out myself, to the point that came my first daughter's birthday, her first birthday. We had come to the point where I would financially be able to leave my full-time career and we would be okay. And knowing too that I would only continue to grow because I wasn't going anywhere. I've kind of come to terms with, I'm not leaving this because there's no way of going back. This is all I want. And, the journey may take fast, it may go slow, but it doesn't matter because it's the point of what it provides to me in my day at this time of my life, and knowing what it can become and what can happen in the future as long as I stick to it. So it's fun, it's challenging, it's rewarding, it makes you learn, it grows you in ways you never thought you could grow in. And all at the same time, you're surrounded by amazing communities, both as our team and with our own fitness accountability groups like Jen talked about, that you have people to go to all day long. You're not alone in any respect. I haven't had this kind of accountability in all of my journey, whereas like Melissa said, I used to be that gym rat too. I would go to the gym 7 days a week, 2+ hours a day, and just wasn't seeing the results that I thought I should be seeing. But then again, I was uneducated on the nutrition part, not knowing that nutrition needed to be in line too. And I went to drastic means to try to get to that point of perfection. And it just was this endless cycle. And it wasn't until I was introduced to Beachbody in 2012 with a program, T25, that I dedicated myself 3 months, all at home, 5 days a week, 25 minutes, and got the greatest results I ever had. And I was hooked. And it wasn't until I had my first daughter that I decided to explore the opportunity. And here we are today, now a mom of 3. So with that being said, I know when I left my full-time career, I got a lot of looks and naysayers, and that's always going to be, I think that's anything in life, you're going to have that happen to you. And you just kind of have to put your blinders on, brush it off, and know what you want deep in your heart and just go after it. And I got hit a lot. Well, it's one of those MLMs, those pyramid schemes, you're just in it, you're going to build quick, and then what's going to happen. And that certainly is not the case. We kind of understood a little bit by what Chitem just said in regards to how the business got started. But a pyramid scheme, if you look up, we would obviously not be in business to this day because it's illegal. And that's if I started at the top of this team and all I'm doing is signing up distributors, and there's no exchange of goods and services. You're just signing up, signing up, signing up. And I'm always at the top. So everyone else on this call and on our team could never advance, never be more successful than me. And that isn't the case, because as our team is continually growing, we are a growing team at this point, that we all help one another. And you obviously could sign up tonight, and in 1 month, if you want to go all in, you could surpass someone else on the team. You could surpass me eventually. And that is what is so cool, because not only are you creating and carving the way for your path of success, and everyone else in the team is doing the same. And we all have different goals and dreams and what we see this business as. There's no right or wrong, but we all help one another. That's why as a team, we want each other to be successful, because what we do individually also helps us as a whole. And we're in this together. We are cheering each other on. We're supporting one another. We are hopping on calls like this. We are having monthly team calls. Anyway, you are absolutely never alone. And you're also connected to everyone else within the community of Team Beachbody, which is really cool. So that's one thing that kind of is always at the forefront, but it absolutely wouldn't be true because we want to be here. And the next thing with that then is like, well, do I have to sell? I don't want to be icky. I don't want to be shoving product and prices in people's faces. And first and foremost, there's 2 ways of looking at this. You never have to sell if you don't want to. You actually can sign up as a coach and just simply enjoy the discount and go on your journey, achieve your transformation, create your healthy lifestyle, and get a great discount in it. So you never have to pay full price, and you get the best tools for your journey for the long haul. But if people start asking you, well, how are you getting these results? What are you doing? You have the means to help them. So you certainly can help them with the products that you are using. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. But you don't have to be that annoying person to your family and friends. You don't have to put anything in front of your family and friends if you don't want to. But, they are typically your warm market that know, like, and trust you. So they're probably your easiest people to talk to first. And especially if it's something that you're just beginning or you're already familiar with the Beachbody community, you should be excited. You should be eager to tell them all about it. And as a friend or a sibling, you should just say, hey, let's do this together. Let's achieve this transformation in the next 60 days. I'll use your transformation. You'll help me out, and we'll just get this going together and achieve this lifestyle together. So it's almost as just a friend helping a friend. That's all we are as coaches. We're people helping people helping people. And that's how the domino effect happens. And just like you would find this amazing restaurant that just opened up in town, you're going to tell all of those people around you, hey, check this place out. They have great deals on Friday night happy hour. Let's go. Same thing goes for this. If it's something that you're truly passionate about and love in life, you're going to tell your friends about it. And we certainly have the means to help you understand how to do that, especially in social media. Social media is our main tool for our business. I know mine is probably built 99.5%. Maybe there's a 0.5% I do in person, but it's truly a powerful tool. And we certainly have all the means to help you understand that, because you are talking to someone that had less than 100 followers when I started on Instagram. I had no social media background. I had no marketing experience. And everything that I have learned in these past 4.5 to 5 years has been because it's opportunity. The training is awesome, and there's always a way to find an answer. It's kind of like, in the sense, if you're on social media and you're following all those people that you admire, those are what are called social influencers nowadays, bloggers, celebrities, whoever you follow them for a reason. So that is almost becomes what we are to people. We aren't billboards for Beachbody. We don't splash promos and prices and all of these stock images. The cool thing about us is that we are the brand. So the moment that you sign up, that we help you understand how to create your brand around you. It's all about your story, your adversities, your passions in life, and connecting yourself with the right audience that is going to know, like, and trust you over the long haul and become your lifers. And whatever you are involved in, they want to be a part of, whether it's using you as their daily inspiration, whether it's they want to join your team, whatever it is, we just become, someone's best friend that they have never met in person. And it's just like talking to them at the coffee shop. We create relationships. We are about the relationship. We're not about a quick sale, because certainly this opportunity, nothing is quick about it. I like to call it the crock pot type of business, because it's slow to start, it simmers for a while, and then eventually it's just going to be this amazing bowl of chili that you eat. But you have to have patience in the process and know that the ups and downs are going to happen, just like the ups and downs happen in anything you do in life. You never have to stop what you're doing. If you currently love your full-time job, then that's great. Stick with it. This is something that could just be, that thing that fills that void in your life. Fill your cup before filling others. Whether it's just enjoying it for your own health and fitness journey, maybe you want to dabble as a fun hobby. You don't have many hobbies and you want something to call your own. Or you truly want to go in and seeing the true potential in this, knowing that maybe someday you could be having this full-time career on part-time hours and creating that lifestyle that you truly want for yourself and your family and your future. We are absolutely not about spamming or cold messaging. We don't have to do house parties. We don't have to stock product. Everything is handled by Team Beachbody for us, which is truly amazing. All we have to do is show up daily and show others how we fit the lifestyle into what we do and how we make it our own and how it has helped us overcome or achieve things in our life that we never expected to. Everything, on the business side of stuff, that if you were to open a brick and mortar business down the street, think about all of the expenses, thousands and thousands of dollars you'd have to spend to just start this business up, not even knowing if it's going to be successful. Whereas with Team Beachbody, we have a very, very low cost startup that Melissa will share later, on what you can do to start your business, and the possibilities are endless. Nothing is guaranteed, obviously. It is all a part of hard work and dedication and what you put into it, but you certainly can build to a 6-7 figure business if you so choose to. Obviously, that takes many years, but think about if you are working your way up the corporate ladder, you could get to that highest level 10, 15, 20 years of being in the business. Whereas if you truly dedicate yourself and continue putting yourself in the driver's seat and learning in this opportunity, you could be there in 3, 4, 5 years, which is crazy and very short in the grand scheme of things for something that is already a passion in your life. You do have to be a little bit vulnerable on social media. Vulnerability is something that is truly a blessing and a gift and something that can help someone else. The cool thing about what we do is we get to be the voice for someone else that is afraid to speak up. And that's where Jatem was saying, you get these messages on a daily basis saying, thank you for doing that. You're so inspirational. You helped me overcome this. You got me up to get my workout in the morning. They may not necessarily ever join you per se in what you do, but they are going to be a friend and always watching and supporting you in whatever you do. And that is what I think all of our goal is just to create this welcoming community for our audience, whether that's in person or on social media. We almost are looked at as bloggers because we are continually telling our story. And that is the one tool that no one else can take from you or no one else has. We're all individually and beautifully made, and our story is what truly connects each other to each other. That's how we all are on this call together, because something about what we had impacted what they had. And so that's what the real cool thing about that. You have to be at your goal weight, or you have to have this big transformation before you start if this is something you're considering, and absolutely not. Honestly, the coaches that are just starting out on their journey and making the commitment to themselves, those truly make exceptional coaches, because those are the ones that are going to be showing up, using their social media as a third source of accountability, because you have us as a team, you have your own accountability group that you would be plugged into, and then you have social media. And you get to take people on the journey with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because something about your journey is going to resonate with someone else. And they get to see your transformation unfold and start to think, maybe I can do this. Maybe I should try this. So you get to be that influence in their life to let them know that they can do this, because if you can, they can. And it's really cool because you get to be you. Never should you come into this business thinking you have to be something or someone. And especially if you already follow other coaches in the network on social media, let them be them. You need to be you. This is the opportunity for you truly to let your guard down and be unapologetic. Be you and be genuine, because it's not fun and it's very tiring to be someone that you're not for the long run. So you might as well just show up as you from day one. Do you have to have monthly quota or levels be reached? And no, this is all at your pace. You are never required to hit anything. In Beachbody, we certainly have milestones that you can reach if you so choose, if you're trying to build a business of your own, but it's not required. It's always you first, like Jatem said. It begins with you, it starts with you. And if anything, we would certainly help you get to those next goal markers if it is something that you so choose to do and want to build something more than just a health and fitness journey. And the last one lately that I heard is the market oversaturated? You are probably inundated with many network marketing businesses on your social media. You probably feel like someone is always trying to sell you something on a daily basis. But I know as Team Beachbody, we are just tapping the surface. There's coaches out there that may be doing it for other reasons, but I know for us as a team, we are genuine when it comes to this opportunity, and it's all about the relationship. And in terms of saturation, we have the US, we have Canada, and we have the UK. So it's a very broad market, and those are all people that you can help. And I know in this summer, 2019, we are opening a new market up that we are going to come to find out about. So we are just tapping the surface because it is millions and millions of people in the US alone that are suffering from health issues or overweight or not happy with their current situation. So, and with Instagram, billions of people are joining on a weekly basis to that platform. So you will come to find out that your person is out there and your audience is out there, and you get to show up daily for them. So with that being said, if no questions are there, then I want to quickly go into how we earn as coaches if the opportunity is something that you truly are considering. So as a new coach, you're probably just going to earn off strictly our commissions. So the beautiful thing about coaching is that you can just sign up for the discount, which is 25% off of anything you ever choose to invest in through our website. And upon signing up as a coach, you get your own unique ID and websites that you can use to help other people. And then if you help 3 to 5 people or more, then you receive off of everyone that you choose to help through your website, you get 25% commission off of them. And that's truly how you build in the beginning. And as a goal of a working coach, we help you get started right with helping your first 3 to 5 people. So you get to see a return immediately on what you've invested in. The beautiful thing about anything you invest in for the first time with us is that you're guaranteed a 30-day money back, full money back guarantee. But if you're looking to get that plus more, then we will certainly help you take that investment back and truly start to get your results and start to see how this business really works. With anything you purchase, there are numerous products in our product line, and I'm just going to kind of skim the surface now without going into too much detail. But we have our virtual platform. This is our biggest tool we have. Obviously, we started on VHS, then we went to DVD, and now we have what is called Beachbody On Demand, and that is our digital platform that can be accessed through your phone, your tablet, computers, and even some smart TVs. You can take on the road, take it to the gym. Even if you don't have great Wi-Fi, you'll still have access to your workouts. And over 700 plus workouts. A new one is set to launch here in a little over a week, actually, to be added to it. And it's workouts at every level. If you're a beginner, if you're advanced, if you're coming off an injury, if you're pregnant, we have something for everyone. And as the coach, we are the guidance because we leave everything to the experts at Beachbody. We have world-class trainers in our favor, and we have the best dietary nutritionists on staff. They take care of all of that for us. All we have to do is be the voice and show them how it's done and guide them because we've been through the journey. Now we get to help them find the best fit for them. We have what is called Shakeology, and this is kind of that product that many other companies are trying to copy but haven't been able to touch. It is basically your daily dose of dense nutrition. It isn't a protein shake, and it's not a meal replacement because it is full of all of these macro and micronutrients and nutrients that you're probably missing in your daily nutrition, even if you eat the cleanest of diets. Because as we know, food is not grown or produced as it was 20, 30, 50 years ago. Soil's changing, air is changing, and it's why we probably suffer from many deficiencies like bad skin, hair, nails, bloating, digestive issues, inability to lose weight, sleeplessness, cravings. All of that kind of stuff evolves from the gut. And Shakeology is kind of that thing that just strengthens your gut from the inside out, starts to fill all those voids that you're dealing with. So you start to see the results. You start to feel better from the inside out, and you're healing yourself from the inside out. And it's everything that you need from superfoods that if you purchased individually, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars at the health food store. You have your daily vitamins and minerals. You have your pre and probiotics, adaptogens, phytonutrients to strengthen your immunity. Everything in one glass, and it tastes amazing. And there's many ways to mix it up. You can drink it post-workout. You can add protein powder into it if you want to bulk it up. You can add fruits and vegetables and all that good stuff. But it is a guaranteed meal or snack in your day, whatever you choose to do. So we have Shakeology in both whey and vegan flavors. We have a full sports performance line that is a very holistic approach to sports nutrition. We have pre-workout, which is all plant-based. We have post-workout and now a vegan option for that as well. We have a muscle recovery shake for late at night. We have creatine, all of that, and it's NSV certified and backed by Ironman. And it's something that I know has taken my results to the next level and something I can't do a workout without anymore. We have 2 types of cleanses. We offer a 3-day cleanse and a 21-day cleanse, and they are all food-based. It is nothing with juice cleanses or starving yourself for a couple of days. You actually get to eat food and you still get results. We have snack bars now that are the highest of protein, high fiber, low sugar, low glycemic, 2 great flavors, put up to common bars on the market. We stand above the rest. And we also offer nutrition programs and certifications now. So if you're truly passionate about this lifestyle and want to help people even more, or you're passionate about nutrition and you just could never go back to school, now you have the chance to actually be certified and, call yourself certified in this way of eating. So that's really cool too. We also offer live trainings. If you want to become a live instructor of one of your favorite programs that you do in your BOD library, you have the opportunity to teach classes to others in the gym setting, which is really cool. So if you decide to enroll others then and create your own organization and your own team and within Fearlessly Made, you absolutely can do that. That is kind of where the income goes to the next level. So obviously starting out, you have commissions. If you decide to start growing your own organization, that's where the income potential is unlocked. And we certainly have different ranks to just have mile markers as you go up. We offer bonuses, weekly bonuses, quarterly bonuses, team cycle bonuses. I'm not going to overwhelm you with all of that, but you truly can earn a substantial income weekly to monthly to yearly. And as a coach, we get paid every Thursday in Team Beachbody, and that is all dependent on those that you served and helped in the weeks prior. You'll have, let me see my notes here real quick. And then there's, you could choose to build a retail business if you so choose, but if not, you can actually have a nice side income with just the commissions. So it's totally up to you, and we will absolutely support you in whatever way possible. But that's it. I'm going to pass it along now to Amber as a new coach, and she's just going to quickly share a little bit about her story and how coaching has affected her life since she started just a couple months ago.
Thank you. My name is Amber. I am a full-time nurse case manager, part-time coach since March. I am also a mom of 2 girls. And so prior to having children, I've always had a passion for health and fitness. I was actually a personal trainer for a while, also competed in a bodybuilding competition. But shortly after that competition, my husband and I moved 400 miles away from my family and friends, and I started to isolate myself, and I went through a pretty bad post-show rebound, and I just really got back into the unhealthy eating habits and really lost interest of working out. And we were also trying to have a baby at the time, and things were just totally not going in my favor. But shortly after, we did become blessed with our rainbow daughter, Avery. We had a miscarriage prior to her. And 15 months later, surprisingly, we had our second daughter, which is honestly a true blessing. But during both my pregnancies and my postpartum, I was still not into fitness. I was very unhappy, and I didn't recognize my postpartum depression really until my second daughter. It was about 2 weeks after her birth that I really noticed that I really needed to do something and change my life. And that really is probably about the time that Heather Ann started to drop some seeds into my life and started messaging me and just really building that relationship with me. We had a lot of interests in common. And honestly, I've always watched other girls on social media doing things with Beachbody, watching them make new friendships, going together to meet each other, going on earned vacations. And I secretly always wanted wanted that too, but I really didn't think that I was made for that. I just didn't think that was who I was, or that I could achieve those types of things. So in March of this year, I finally committed. I signed up as a coach right away and dove right in. I decided to go all in, and it has honestly changed my life. It has made me, I call myself a PPD warrior, postpartum depression warrior. I have found myself back. I have found my passion. I love helping other people. And just like it's already been mentioned, just getting those messages from people like, wow, I really appreciate you sharing your story because I'm suffering from postpartum depression too, but I didn't want to talk about it because of the stigma, So I think there's just so many opportunities with coaching to really touch other people's lives and let them know that it's okay that they're struggling, whether they're a new mom or whatever it might be that they're struggling in life. You can really help them come to the surface and be okay with the things that they're going on in their life. So I truly believe that this is my purpose, and it's really been a fulfillment for me. I feel like I have more than just going to work, coming home, taking care of my children. I have something else to do, and I look forward to doing this. And my ultimate goal is to hopefully make this a full-time commitment and be able to be home with my girls too, and spend more time with them and not have to worry about after school activities or missing out on any type of things, like if they wanted to play soccer or dance. I just want to be able to be there for that. So I'm definitely all in, going in with this opportunity and seeing where it takes me. And really, I was surprised at how quickly I learned or earned back my initial investment, which kind of is my motivating factor too. Also, my daughter just had her second birthday, and I was able to pay for her birthday present as an extra income. So as Heather Ann did say, it can happen slow or it can happen fast, and just learning to be patient and show up consistently and really just see where this journey takes me. So that is my story for coaching.
Okay, thank you, Amber. Okay, my name is Melissa, even though it doesn't say that on here. So I'm just going to tell you my story, try to be very concise. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what it looks like if you decide to sign up, like what the next steps are, what the training looks like. So I have always been someone who's been passionate about health and fitness. I was an athlete in grade school, and then high school I got into running. And so I ran through high school and college, and working out for me was just second nature, but nutrition is what I always struggled with. And like I said earlier, I have always been a gym rat. So I got out of college and of course wanted to continue with my healthy lifestyle, working out and doing different kinds of workouts besides running. And so I joined a gym. Also, like Heather Ann, would spend 2 hours there, just very excessive with everything. And I got pretty good results, but I went back and forth with making progress, taking steps backwards. And it was usually because of my nutrition. And so loved the gym, never even thought twice about taking my journey home and working out from home. I never thought I could be that person to work out at home. But when I got pregnant with my son, I quickly realized that knowing that I was going to be going back to work, I was going to have to probably find something else besides the gym, because after working 8 to 9 hours and being the person who was going to be picking him up from the sitter, sometimes doing drop off and pick up, I didn't want to take any more time away from him to be going to a gym in the evenings. So I actually just, happened to run into a friend I worked out with at the gym, and she was telling me about one of the original Beachbody programs, which is T25, and asked me if I wanted to join her challenge group. And of course, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can work out from home. I'm just not that person, but what other options do I have right now? And this is going to allow me to get my workout done in the least amount of time. I'm cutting off the commute and still have time for my son after work. So I had my son, I had a C-section with him. And so I had to wait, a little bit longer to get back to my journey, but did the program from home. I fell in love with the format. I fell in love with the fact that it was so, I didn't have to work out for 2 hours anymore. I could get a very effective workout in 25 to 30 minutes because of the the format of the workout, and I wasn't doing that steady state cardio anymore and running, 5-6 miles on a treadmill and going nowhere, doing the elliptical over and over, and being bored with my same weightlifting routine. And so I was loving the program. I was loving the nutrition guidance, because that is something that I just really struggled with, having no background in it. And I basically got great results with the nutrition, especially when 21 Day Fix came out. That's when I really, really fell in love with the nutrition format, because of the portion containers and not having to count calories. I had done that. I hated it, and I liked that this was very simplified, dumbed it down. So long story short, I was basically just enjoying the programs and loved the challenge group. That is really what kept me motivated and inspired and kept me on track, being that I was working out at home with no accountability. And so people were asking me what I was doing to lose the baby weight. I was kind of sending them to my upline coach at the time. I really had no interest in working the business. So to backtrack, my background is in social work, and that's what I went to school for. But I was working in healthcare for years, and mostly in hospitals. And then the last 13 years of my career, I was in dialysis clinics doing social work, and I got very burned out. I don't know, about 6 or 7 years into doing social work. So when I had my son, I was actually managing dialysis clinics, and it was very stressful. I had no interest in coaching, because I had this full-time job that was very stressful. I had a new baby, and I just was enjoying it. To me, it was like a hobby. But then I thought about it, and I was like, I loved it. And to me, it didn't feel like work. And I thought, why am I not coaching? Like, I've always loved health and fitness. I've always wanted to kind of get into that field, but it never made sense for me to, because my background was in a different field. I had a master's degree, and it didn't make sense for me to leave what I was doing to go be a personal trainer or work at a gym. It just wouldn't make sense financially for my family. So I thought, well, this is a way for me to be able to do something I really love and enjoy, and just kind of have fun with it. So I started coaching more or less just as a hobby, and I didn't do a lot with it, just would add a couple people every month. I would, get 1 or 2 ladies started every month, and I was just really having fun with it. Got pregnant with my daughter, and she was due, my kids are 22 months apart. So, my son was very young when I was pregnant with her, and work was getting more and more stressful. I was now doing not only managing the clinic, but they had thrown me back into staffing. So I was now managing like 60 patients on my caseload, plus managing the whole clinic. And I basically worked around the clock, like without knowing when I was going to have to work. It was just unpredictable. And I hated that. I'd come home from work, and time would be taken away from my family or spending time with my son, because my phone would be ringing, or I'd have to get on my computer and finish something, or calls in the middle of the night because people would be calling off, or I, would have to go in at 4 a.m. because the water wasn't running in the clinic or whatever. It was horrible. And my time was not my own. My time away from work was not my own. I was definitely working way more than a typical work week, and I was just burned out. And I thought, I don't know how I'm going to do this when I have my daughter, because I was already struggling, with my son, and just felt like I was missing out, and I was not able to do things I wanted to do because of my job. I felt like it controlled my life, and my life had to work around this job. And I wanted it the other way around. I wanted a job that, I could I could live my life, and the job would fall around that. And so at the time, my husband and I talked, and we were just kind of like, my plan was to go back to work. I didn't want to, but we just weren't sure. We were kind of waiting to see how life was when baby number 2 came along. And quickly we realized that it was very chaotic, and my daughter had issues with dairy and soy intolerance. There was lots of doctor's appointments. She had reflux, and I had no vacation time. I was going to be going back for maternity leave with her, and I had nothing left to take kids to the doctor's appointments or anything. And so when I told my husband, like, hey, you're going to have to take off work, I have no vacation time. So that was kind of like our deciding factor. And we both decided that we both could not have jobs where we would have the constant interruptions in the evening, because he owns a business. And so we both come home and be getting phone calls. And I was like, this is not how I want my kids to grow up, where it's like time for us to put my son to bed, and we're up for another hour and a half because both of us are on the phone, So it was a no-brainer for me to leave my job. And I knew that I needed to still do something. And my husband even said that. I remember at one point he was like, you're going to go crazy being home. You've always worked. You've always been a workaholic. And I knew that. And deep down, I wanted to be home, but I also had no idea what that was going to be like. And I also knew that I probably was going to need something to still do that I could do from home. And I knew Beachbody, I was already kind of coaching. I had seen other women make this their full-time thing without working full-time hours. I had seen other women make this their job around their kids' schedules, and I loved that idea. I always wanted my own thing, kind of like my husband had his own business, but I knew financially there's no way I'd be able to start my own business because, as Heather Ann said earlier, brick and mortar business is not, it's a lot to manage. It's a lot of expenses. So this was a way for me to have something I could call my own, but without the employees and all the things that go into a brick and mortar business. And I could work from home. I didn't have to go to a location every day. And so I started seeing it all kind of hit me like, this is something that I can do and I can still be able to do the things I want to do with my kids, even when they're in school, because people would ask me like, oh, you're going to stay home a few years, you'll go back to work, you'll get back into it. And you can always go back. And I thought, but I don't want to, because I'm going to be going back to that same kind of crazy schedule. And who's going to get my kids on the bus? Who's going to get my kids off the bus? We didn't have a lot of family support. And I just thought, I don't even know how I would do. I would have to go back part-time or pick a different career. And then it wouldn't even make sense financially. Right. So I saw kind of the vision. I had the vision of, this is something I can do, and I can get my kids on and off the bus. I can be at any event that I want to be at. I don't have to say no like I did with my job. I don't have to constantly be canceling on people because work comes up and the interruptions. So knowing that, these last few years, my kids are now 3.5 and 5.5, like I mentioned, and it's been hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's hard to get up early, and, you don't have to necessarily be up as a stay-at-home mom, and it's hard to stay up late when you're tired, but I am so driven. I love what I do. And to me, like Heather Ann said, same thing. That's probably why we connected, is that I look forward to that. Like, that is my time every day that I have by myself to do my thing before my kids are up. And then once they're in bed, that's my time. And I actually enjoy it. And to me, it doesn't feel like a job. And I know that there's only a few more years before my kids are going to be in school full time. My son actually starts full-time school in August. So I had to hang on these few years and kind of push through the early mornings and late nights to eventually be able to work when they're at school. And then when they're home, I'm done and I have that time with them. So that's been, in the forefront of my mind, and just knowing that there's not many opportunities like this in the working world, that you can do that and that you can have a say in your income progression and your days off. And you don't have to ask permission. Like, I was so tired of always being told, no, you can't have Christmas Eve off, or because healthcare, we're open all the time. And there were times I literally would be working holidays and everyone would be home, and I hated it. So when I left that job, I just knew I wasn't going to go back. And people would ask me, and it's like, I don't want to go back to that lifestyle. I am very loving what I do now. So I talked way more than I should, as usual, but that's a little bit about my story. And I am a full-time coach now, but I don't work full-time hours. I am home full-time with my kids. So it's worked out well because I don't have to work full-time hours. You can do as much or as little as you want with this business. So a little bit of information about what to do after you sign up. What does the training look like? Basically, if you decide to sign up as a coach, you're immediately going to get an email from Team Beachbody, and it's your first 30. They're going to welcome you to the company, and they're going to give you some information about what you should do in your first 30 hours of being a coach, first 30 days, first 30 minutes of signing up, all of that. And you're going to get a welcome email from your coach. And it's going to share with you just some details about our team, Fearlessly Made, what your role is, what your coach's role is, and what you can do to begin to get your business started right. You're going to be introduced to our private page on Facebook, Team Fearlessly Made, where we share tips, trainings, announcements, and it's basically our way to stay connected. And ask questions. We have a team call once a month, and we have team trainings. We have, and we do this all through Zoom, like we're doing right now. It's all free. And then you're going to set up your getting started right call with your upline coach. And that's basically just a chat that you're going to have with them. They're going to give you, they're going to help you break down your why, like why you want to do this business, because you really have to know that so that you can, remind yourself of that on the tough days. And they're going to help you define your vision, what you want to get out of this, and what steps you then have to take to reach your goals and to start seeing progress and momentum. And then we have a self-paced training in also another page in Facebook where it's a private group. We have what's called units set up in the group, and you basically work at your own pace, knowing that everyone has different priorities and responsibilities in life. Some of us like maybe coaching and working. Some of us maybe stay at home, but we have kids and other things going on throughout our day. So you go through the units at your own pace, and you do what is best for you based on your goals. If you want to progress quickly in the business, you can go through the training in a couple of days if you want. If you're someone who's just kind of taking it slow and you maybe just want to earn a couple $100s a month and, make this a hobby more or less to keep you on track with your own fitness goals, you can do the training over the course of 1 or 2 months, 3 months. It's totally up to you. And that's why we have it set up that way, so everyone can take it at their pace. You're going to go through the units, and you're going to get a better understanding of the basics of the business. You're going to learn how to start relationships and social media training using Instagram and other platforms, and basically help you to learn how to invite your first 3 to 5 customers to your challenge group, which you're going to run alongside your sponsor coach. So as a new coach, you're not left alone. You don't need to know everything before you start. You're going to learn as you go, and your sponsor coach is going to be there to answer any questions. We don't just abandon you. You always have us to ask questions of. You have the team page. None of us knows all the answers either. We're even coaches, people, myself, Heather Ann, we've been doing this for a couple of years. We still don't have all the answers. Like, we're still learning, and we learn from new coaches sometimes. So you're going to learn how to launch your business, how to, again, begin conversations, use social media, how to invite. When you sign up, if you've never had any experience with Team Beachbody, we recommend that you get access to the programs, obviously, because if you're not using the programs and products, it's really hard to show people that you're getting results on your journey, and it's hard to tell people about the programs and products if you have no experience with them. So you want to get definitely a membership for Beachbody On Demand, and the 1-year membership is the cheapest. It's like a little under $9 a month to get the meal plans, the workouts, everything. This is like your Netflix of fitness. Everything's on there. You literally log in. It's a website, and you can access it from your phone, and you can even hook it up to your television. And it has everything that Beachbody has ever released. Plus, you have automatic access to anything new that is released, and you won't have to invest in program after program. You have access to all the meal plans, the nutrition guides, the workout calendars, and a lot more is on there as well. There's like a cooking channel, lots of resources. So as a coach, you can truly use this to educate yourself, to start learning about the programs and the nutrition. And it's going to help you get started, because you're going to be able to experience it yourself before inviting anyone else. But of course, you don't have to complete an entire program to invite someone. We encourage you to just jump in and get started. And because, like I said, you're never going to have all the answers, even if you wait 6 months. You have to kind of dive in first and figure it out as you go. We've all done it that way, and it's totally doable because you have the support of this team. And you can essentially begin right away helping people achieve results, because you can ask people to come along with you on the journey and do it alongside of you. Some people don't want someone who has already met all their goals and looks perfect and has no problems with food. And some people don't like that trainer model. They like a person who's struggling like they are. They like a person who also has to lose 20 or 30 pounds, or who also, needs to learn how to eat healthy. So it's fun to invite people along to do it with you, because you can push each other. And that's really what the challenge groups are for, and that support that you're going to get. Along with the yearly membership for Beachbody On Demand, you can choose to add a month of Shakeology to try risk-free, or and or the performance stack, which is the pre and post workout, the energize and the recover, because that's going to further your results. And you definitely want to have experience with some of the supplements if you're going to be encouraging other people to use them, because it is going to enhance their results. And that's going to allow you to talk about it and be more proficient with it. So we are a product of the product. And so it's very important that we show others that these products work. And that's through our journey, and how it's impacted and affected our lifestyle in a positive way. So also, you're going to get access to your coach's accountability group, and you're going to experience a group for the first time. We don't let you on your own to do your own group till you're comfortable, and maybe you have a couple challengers or, clients that you just started working with. At that point, when you're ready, then you start your own groups, but you're certainly not left alone in the beginning. And when you sign up with what's called a challenge pack, which is the 1-year membership for Beachbody On Demand plus at least one of the supplements, you waive the $40 coach sign up fee. So you essentially sign up and start your business for free. So why is now the best time to join? Honestly, there's never a good time. And a lot of people think, well, I just have to get through this or get through that. And now's not a good time because of this or because of that. Life's always going to be busy, and it's never going to be, you're never going to have a completely clear slate and nothing on your schedule, nothing going on. So the best thing you can do is just get started. That's how all of us have done this, and it has not been perfect. There's bumps in the road, of course. There's life. It happens. You can't predict or plan anything. So there's never a good time to start something brand new, right? So obviously, the best way to help others is to start your own journey. We are all just people helping people. And yes, we have products, but we value the people and the relationships much more than any products that we are promoting. So we get to do this together, and like I said, you're never alone. And it's fun also because there's usually at least 1 or 2 new coaches on the team. And so it's fun to have people start up together, but there's never a good time. You just have to kind of take the bull by the horns and run with it. And we figure it out together as we go. But we do have our 2019 mentorship, and we are always adding women to it. And so the sooner you get started, the sooner we can help you on your journey and help you to learn the business. And, obviously, everybody, there's never a time of year that people are more interested in fitness than another time. It's all year round. People want to get healthy. So it's not like there's an advantage to signing up now or next month or the month after. There's always people who need our help, which is the great thing about this business. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm going to turn it back over to Heather Ann.
All right. So if we don't have any questions, just want to leave you with the thought that obviously we appreciate you for spending the time with us tonight, but take a step back and digest all that we just have shared with you. Obviously, if you have any further questions, to connect with the coach that invited you here tonight. But you were listening or watching for a reason. There was something on your heart that maybe spoke to you. Take a night or two to think about that and decide. I know that I didn't jump in. I was asked 3 times before I decided to sign up. And at that time, it was just for the discount. It wasn't even to coach. So we all know that, it has to be on your heart to go forth in what you see the potential for yourself is. If it's something that you're trying to fill, something to try to make your own, is it coaching? And, we're more than happy to answer any questions for you, but don't neglect yourself and your happiness. You deserve to have the best in life. And obviously we're all finding our way in this opportunity in our own way. And it all has filled something in ours. You don't have to be in peak physical condition. You don't have to know it all. You can have fear, because fear is normal. Fear means that there is some excitement bubbling under the surface, and it's the fear of failing usually. But we accept failure as a good thing, because failure are lessons in life, and we only get better from that. So take a night or so to think about it, connect with the coach that invited you, but we hope to see your face in the team page very soon. And again, thank you for joining us tonight. All right. Thank you, ladies.